Okay, welcome back. Uncut with myself, Jay Cutler. Today we have Dr. Raymond Nichols from South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, where I've spent a lot of time. One of the best friends in my life, Stephen Bright, my guy, lives in Greenville, has a wedding there. Haley Bright's his wife, phenomenal human being. So I've spent a lot of time in Greenville. And Dr. Raymond came across my Instagram feed, and I don't know why I was intrigued by this, but I followed him, started getting into it, and this is going to make some people mad. This is going to make some people happy. It just is what it is. It's just kind of, that's how it goes. I will say this. He's very positive. He wants to help people. And that's what it's about. Doesn't believe in the vaccine. If you have the vaccine, he's fine with it. If you want to get it, go get it. If you don't want to get it, don't go get it. But at the end of the day, he wants to help people in health and life, and I'm 100% on board with that. So we're gonna get him on here, see what he has to say from the South somewhere, and we'll figure that part out. But I think it's gonna be a good one. So, Dr. Raymond, let's do this. Okay, this week we got Dr. Raymond, chiropractor, Greenville, South Carolina. I started following you on Instagram. That's whenever I first, and I was like, this guy gets it. I mean, we'll get into all that, but
Yeah.
You're in Greenville, South Carolina. One of my best friend is in Greenville, South Carolina, and I was just there at a comedy show. But I've spent a lot of time in Greenville. Awesome place.
Yeah, we love it. Love it here. Been here 2.5 years, and we love it.
So where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Mississippi, Laura, Mississippi, South. Yeah.
Way down there.
Yeah, way down there. Yeah. Where you from, Jay?
I'm from Indiana. Grew up in Indiana. Southern Indiana. Okay. And then I went to Vandy. And then obviously, where'd you go to school?
So I went to Nichols State University. That's where I actually played football there. Got a scholarship there. And then from there, I went to Life University in Atlanta for chiropractic college.
Did you always want to be a chiropractor?
No.
How did that happen?
Yeah, so how that happened was I always wanted to be around sports. Okay. And I wanted to be an athletic trainer, so I am an athletic trainer too.
Sure.
And I actually ended up doing a internship with the Saints in 2014, something like that, 13. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be an athletic trainer for the rest of my life. That's what I wanted to be. It wasn't until my last semester at Nichols State where I had shadowed a chiropractor, and okay. In the office, I was like, whoa, like what is this? Because I was expecting people coming in pain, not wanting to be there.
Yeah.
But it was a complete different thing. It was like people like coming in for wellness care, and like they're happy, they're excited to be there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, whoa, like this isn't what I thought chiropractic was. And that opened my eyes up to ask more questions to see like what is chiropractic, and it may be something that I'm interested in. And here I am, because I mean, for me, like the philosophy of chiropractic, the body heals itself from inside out and not outside in. And I've always believed that. And so I just help people heal from inside out better.
Is that the theory with chiropractic? I mean, the body will heal itself. It's figured itself out. I mean, it's been doing it for, thousands of years.
Yeah. So that's the foundation of like the philosophy of chiropractic is that healing happens from above down, inside out, mm-hmm. Opposed to outside in, like we've been taught per se.
Sure.
We've always taught that, hey, if I take this Excedrin for my headache, then it's going to fix my problem. But no, it's going to cover up your symptom. Yeah. It's not going to fix the problem at all. Yeah. And that's where we have the wrong lens that we're looking at this thing called health because we're looking at it from an outside in model. And it's almost disempowering because it's like nothing that I can do to heal my own self. Sure. If I think that this thing is going to heal me per se. But it's empowering when you know that your body heals itself And when you have symptoms, it's just trying to tell you something. It's just communicating to you. So you can either, for instance, I use this analogy all the time. If your engine light comes on in your car, what do? Do we go to a mechanic and see why it's on? Or do we slap a piece of duct tape on it and imagine that it's not on?
Yeah, I
Right.
love that.
And that's basically what we do in society. We slap a piece of duct tape over our check engine light, which is our symptoms. And we just keep driving our car and hope for the best until it breaks down one day.
I remember my mom actually took me to a chiropractor whenever I was elementary school, middle school. So like I've been around it kind of my whole life, and I've always, bought into it, love it. But I think there's a lot of people out there that don't go to don't go to chiropractors. I mean, have no idea what it is, think it's kind of voodoo. But yeah. I've always had positive results, and it's always been something that, like you said, it's a wellness thing. It's not something, I mean, obviously people come in with, certain things, but like going to a chiropractor, once every couple of weeks for me has kept everything kind of lined up, and it's just part of my process.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of people don't know what chiropractic is. And I think and we don't know about something, then we shy away from it. And we don't get to it. But honestly, we focus on the nervous system, right? Our brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord controls everything in the body. It's literally our communication system. Like just like we have all these phones that we walk around with every day, it's our communication device. And what protects our communication device is going to be the spine. And so if we have a problem with our spine, spinal degeneration, or misalignment of the spine, and it can interfere with the communication from brain to body and body to brain. And so if we have interference to that, then we talk about the body healing itself, then now the body has interference in the way that it heals. So it may not be able to heal like it should. It may not be able to function like it should, and it may not be able to adapt like it should. And so what we do is we adjust the spine to allow the nervous system to essentially get back online and communicate effectively, which allows the body to do exactly what it was designed to do, which is heal, adapt, and function.
I mean, aren't there nerve endings basically from every organ that attached to the spine?
Exactly. That's why I say it's the master system, because it controls everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm type 1 diabetic, and the pancreas, like it has a nerve ending in my spine. I think it's like C6 or T6, something like that. I forget what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the thoracic spine. Yeah, the T's. Yeah.
And I mean, when I go to the chiropractor, we could adjust it once a week, and it still comes out, just because my pancreas is, I mean, it's basically almost a dead organ. It's not working in my body because of diabetes. So, it's amazing how intertwined the body is and how it all just kind of works together as one. And I think people sometimes that gets lost.
It gets very lost, and it's getting lost right now as we speak in today's society.
Yeah.
Because we are in this fearful mindset, and we think that our bodies are just stupid, they're dumb, and they haven't been doing this for years and years, adapting, right? Our species wouldn't be here if our bodies wasn't so adaptive.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you look back, you could look back in history. Like now we're in a society where, like you said, we're relying on pills, we're relying on bad food, relying on all this stuff to fix some of these problems when, we didn't have this stuff 200 years ago. We didn't have this stuff 300 years ago. And it's kind of a, no one really thinks about that, or no one really talks about it that much.
Yeah, 100%. And so the quote that always comes up when you just said that is that you can't medicate your way out of a problem that you behave your way into. Right?
That's good. That's really good.
And that's what we try to do. We try to medicate ourselves out of a problem that we ourselves put the energy and effort into getting into that predicament.
That's so true. Were you always interested in health?
I would say I'm always interested in caring for people, and serving people. Yeah, this is just the avenue that resonated the most to be able to do that.
I see. So how did you end up in Greenville?
So me and my wife, we met in chiropractic school. So she's a chiropractor as well.
Oh, wow.
So we was like, man, where we're going to open our business at. And so we started looking at a few places. We looked at Austin, Texas. It was a little bit too far from home. We looked at Nashville, and we wasn't feeling Nashville at all. And then this Greenville came up. I had never heard of it at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then it came up, and we visited. We loved it, and we're like, man, this is the place. And we moved here to 2019 and started our practice.
That's awesome. Going well though?
Yeah, everything's going well. It's obviously with any business, it's a entrepreneurship is a journey within itself.
Mm-hmm.
But we've enjoyed every bit of the journey, the downs, the ups, the highs, lows. We've enjoyed all of it.
You've been pretty outspoken about the vaccine.
The vaccine, the way everything has been handled,
Sure.
like everything.
What bothers you about it?
So what bothers me about it is several things. I would say one for me personally, is you can see this. Like I'm very grounded in the fact that the body heals itself and is very adaptive.
Yeah.
As long as we take care of our body should take care of us. Because this is just a vehicle that we get, and we need to take care of it. And so we can't trade this vehicle in. So we're taking care of it. It's going to take care of us. So if we come in contact with a virus, bacteria, like we come in contact with so many viruses on a daily basis that we have no idea about.
Absolutely.
So much bacteria, so many things, and we have so many viruses inside of us in our gut,
Mm-hmm.
And bacteria in our gut, and most people just don't think about these things. And so for me is why haven't we heard anything about, okay, what can society, humanity do to make sure that their bodies are more suitable, strong to be able to take on coronavirus or whatever virus it is that's going to come, because this isn't going to be the last virus in humanity.
No.
It's not the first one. And so just the way that's been handled, the way it's been pushed, like it's been pushed so hard, like even if I was considering getting it, I wouldn't get it, because what you mean you'll give me some donuts if I get like come on, like it's getting like very, very ridiculous.
It is.
With the incentives and the bribing, and there's like no time in history. I'm young. I'm a young guy, but I haven't seen this type of bribing in history. And I think if we just flip it and bribe people to be healthy, that's a better outcome.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, you're if you look at, if you look at society as a whole, and there was always a big talk of like most of the people that were having serious problems with Corona were had 2 to 3 underlying issues.
Yep. Yep.
And now we're coupling that, we're ignoring that fact, and like you said, we're saying, hey, if you get the shot, we'll give you free donuts, or we'll give you some coffee, and it's like you're only really compounding the issue. You're not helping anybody. You're making it worse. But I don't know there's different trains of thought, and there's different parts of society that, some people are firm believers, some people are kind of in the middle, and other people are like, I'm not doing it. And it's a weird, it's unprecedented time in history of where we're at.
Yes, I totally agree. Again, there's all these different camps. And in my opinion, I think these different camps have been very orchestrated in a way to be able to put us in different camps so that there isn't unity.
Sure.
Because if there's unity, then like you get what you tolerate, basically, right?
Yeah.
So as much as we tolerate, as much as like they're going to continue to do and continue to push, continue to test, and be like, okay, I got away with this, so how about we get away with this?
Mm-hmm.
And so the question is, if you accept or you give into these things that for this virus right now, then now you just open up the door for more opportunities down the line for the next thing to happen.
Yeah.
So when the next virus comes, then what's next? So like, when's enough, right? Because we're seeing in these different countries like Canada, Australia, like that's basically testing ground to like for this. And we can call it new world order if you want, but it's very interesting, like very interesting time right now, just like you said.
So how do you deal with somebody that comes to the office and is very pro-vaccine and like how do you handle that?
Yeah, So for me, it's all about choice.
Sure.
Right? It's all about choice. It's all about freedom. And so when we talk about freedom, we should be able to choose if we want to get it. Perfect.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get it, perfect.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be a thing that's like, okay, if you don't have it, then you can't go to the movies, you can't go to the grocery store to get healthy food.
Yeah.
But you can go to McDonald's though if you don't have it.
Yeah.
You can't do these things if you don't have it. Like that creates a two-tier society. That's segregation.
Yeah.
Like,
it is. It really is.
That's it. Right? Just a different form,
Yeah.
but that's basically segregation at its finest. And so when patients come in and they may not, like, I guess upfront tell me that, where they are, like we're not having that conversation. I think the thing that will come up is that we don't like require a mask in the office, or I don't wear a mask, or my staff doesn't wear a mask in the office. So the only thing that may come up is that I've had a couple patients ask me if I got vaccinated, which obviously is none of their business.
Yeah.
But I share it with them like no, I didn't. I'm not. And I don't go into more explanation of that. If they want it, then I can tell them that, okay, the body heals itself, as I've been telling you guys this, and I take care of myself. I do this, this, and this. And I feel that my body is smart enough to be able to fight off any virus that's out there in the world. And so when patients do come in asking about the mask, we let them know, like, hey, we don't require, like, if you want to wear one, please wear it.
Yeah.
Wear two, wear three, like whatever, right? But it's all about choice for us. And if they don't want to be a patient, they don't want to come to the office because we're not wearing masks, then peace out.
Yeah.
See you, right? Because I can't waste my energy on trying to get them when there's other people out there that's suffering with their health that needs my help.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I've got good friends that have got the vaccine, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Hey, if you want to get it, I mean, if that's where you land on it, then hey, more power to you. I just don't think that, we can mandate that, everyone has to get this, because it just doesn't make sense. And now we're getting into the issue of, it's perfectly fine to say, hey, have you got the vaccine? I mean, and, before it wasn't your health and all, your shots and all this stuff. Like, you didn't ask anybody about that. And now it's a commonplace. It's like, you have to prove, and it's like, what happened here? Like, how did we get to this point so quickly?
So yeah, and I think that's the scary part, is that it happens so fast.
So fast. And like you said, to your point, like it worries me that this isn't the last virus that's going to come about. No. And we've started this. We're setting these precedents that are scary. And like the next one that comes along. I mean, if it happens, we don't know what's going to happen. But hypothetically, let's say it does. We're already going to escalate to where we are right now.
Yeah.
And then maybe go another step further. So it's I also do think that there's more people out there that have this middle ground thought process, and they're not, there's three wings here, that, far right, far left, and I think some people that use common sense and can kind of float back and forth a little bit. And I think there are a lot more people out there like that just don't. They're just not gonna. They don't want to pick a fight, so they're just kind of staying there and they're gonna stay quiet, or at least I hope.
Yeah, at least. But no, there are people out there. I totally agree. I think it's like those three different. You want to put people in those camps, whatever. But those three different focus is that some people in the middle, they don't want to pick the fight. They don't want to say anything. They don't want to speak up. But I think not speaking up, like, is in a way it's of agreeing to allow these things to happen, right? Because we know, like, when we in business, right, when you're like in sales, whatever, like you want to get micro agreements so you can get a big agreement at the end. And so these are micro agreements.
Yeah.
Right? We're saying, like, yes, okay, like, if I have to do this, all right, I gotta do this, all right. And the goalpost keeps moving forward. It just keeps moving. Like, it's like never ending.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. I mean, you've been very active on Twitter and Instagram, but Instagram shut you down?
Yeah, they deleted my account twice in 8 days.
Just
Two
deleted
accounts
it.
in 8 days.
Just gone?
Just gone.
What were you saying?
Just gone. I mean, you followed me. You
I
followed that
know.
account,
I
right?
know. Yeah.
And I've never said anything that was belligerent.
Yeah.
I call myself taking the road, like empowering people
Sure.
around health,
Yeah.
right? Um, I didn't like directly say things about the vaccine, about COVID. Yes, we can talk about COVID, but these things wasn't very like direct.
Mm-hmm.
They were very much so indirect around like from the aspect of focus on health,
Sure.
like trying to empower people. It's like your body is intelligent. Like this is what you need to be doing to make sure that you're as healthy as possible. It's not just getting this shot. Even yes, you get the shot, but you still got to do the work too.
Yeah.
It doesn't negate.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to drink water. You don't need to move your body. You don't need to meditate, breathe, keep your stress low, go to sleep, get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. Like it doesn't negate those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a fix
And
all.
so they deleted me. So if I guess for that, like with no warnings, it was just like open my account up and it's like your account has been disabled. You can review in 30 days. Logging out.
Are you serious?
Gone. And it's like
And I mean, no warning, no nothing.
oh no, not yeah. So sometimes they give you a warning like, hey, if you post something like this again, it goes against our community guidelines, then we will delete your account. But I never got a warning about anything. Just I opened it up, it was gone, and then I pretty much I had a backup account at the time. So then I was pretty much trying to get people to follow that one
Yeah.
that next week. But then that following Sunday, they deleted that one. And so you were messaging me from my third account. That's why it says Dr. Raymond Nichols 3.0
Yeah.
at the end of it, which is it's just crazy the fact that like the censorship and not being able to fully express yourself on a social media platform, especially if I'm not talking anything belligerent. And because I imagine if I was doing the opposite, I would still be up.
Oh, without a doubt, you still be up. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. And you were like most of your stuff that you post is very positive. It's about empowering people, like you said. Your freedoms. I mean, it wasn't like you were bashing anything. You weren't bashing the vaccine. Like, you weren't just telling people, "Hey, don't do this." Like I think you've always been kind of, "Hey, if you want to take it, like you said, if you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it." But I don't, and I'm very fascinated because I don't know how that algorithm works. Like, I don't know how they find people, because I've been shut down twice for like 24, 72 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
They haven't straight up deleted me yet.
Like just
Yeah, they haven't ended me yet. But I have had a couple instances just out of the blue. I mean, I don't think I even posted much really crazy when it happened the first time. And it just, the account, like, you couldn't do anything. It was just sat there. And
yeah, legit. It's like it's just there. Like it's disabled. Like they disabled the account.
Yeah.
Like the account still is there. They just have to
exactly
enable it. Basically.
Yes.
If they will, I have no idea. But yeah, it's crazy that happened. But hey, at that point, I don't think it's an algorithm. I will say that.
You don't?
There's no. I understand the algorithm is definitely intelligent, but we program it. But at that point, it has to be a person that comes to to do that, because it's not just me. It was actually so I'm part of an organization called Health Freedom for Humanity, and it was 10 other people that was deleted the same weekend, same exact time, same exact day.
What?
Yes.
Oh, so this was yeah, okay.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. It's not. It can't be an algorithm at that point. It's the fact that these certain people got deleted, and they also deleted the organization's YouTube channel. And there's a big event happening in Kansas in October, on the 8th and 9th. and Eventbrite, they were using Eventbrite to, get the tickets, and Eventbrite canceled the yes.
What? Well,
Yes.
let's talk about it then. Health freedom for humanity. What is that?
Yeah, Health Freedom for Humanity. And so it's again an organization for, people that's on like this. It's about your freedom, right, around health and having that choice, right.
Yeah.
So like-minded people, you have anybody from doctors to Lord, anybody that resonates with that message is in this group. And so it's in Kansas. If you look at it's on the website, so they still, their website is up.
It's still up.
Yeah, so Health Freedom for Humanity, and I think they're doing it's live event, but also they're doing like a live stream too. So it's not too late to get tickets if you want to go, but it's going to be some big name speakers there.
Who's speaking?
Like Big Tree, yeah, Big Tree's going to be there. Dale Big Tree, Dr. Ben Taper, he's going to be there. So like all your big name people that's since been at the front line of this. They're going to be there speaking at this event. This, I think, October 8th and 9th.
October 8th and 9th, Health Freedom for Humanity. The website's still up and running.
Yeah. So go to the website. You can get tickets there.
It's just amazing to me that, they're shutting you guys down whenever, anybody, like, if you're listening, watching, check out Dr. Raymond. Like, he's literally just about health and food and your freedom of choice. And, it's all good things, all very good things.
It's crazy.
It is crazy that we're basically censoring, people like you whenever the only thing that you're really trying to do is help people.
That's it.
In a positive way. You're not writing scripts. You're not giving them drugs. You're literally like, hey, like your body can heal itself. It can help itself, and I can help you do that.
Yeah, that's it. That's the message. And I hope that people that were following me, they've seen what I've been posting, and hopefully it allowed them to, I guess, awaken their awareness in a way of like wow, like why would he get deleted?
Yeah,
I've been following him for this long, and he's only posted this. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then now it's like, okay, it's targeting, and they don't want a certain message to be on this platform to be reaching this many people. Because at the time, I think I had grew the account to like 115,000 followers at the time, and it was the reach was like at almost 1 million people reach. As far as like
and they shut that one down.
They shut that one down. Yeah.
Gosh.
Sure did.
Wow.
Right.
This week, I know everyone had high hopes for the Titans, and they're at Jacksonville this weekend. So this might be the week Julio Jones opens it up for Tennessee, and he's affordable at $6,700. He's due for a big game. Will Tom Brady's success throwing the ball continue against the Dolphins this week? They're home in Tampa, and Tom will earn you about $7,800. But against the Miami defense, he could have another huge week. And don't sleep on the Browns. They roll into L.A. to take on the Chargers, and Nick Chubb has been a scoring machine so far. His salary is right now about $8,000, but I think he's set up to be Cleveland's go-to weapon on offense. I like the words the human potentialist.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, how'd you come up with that?
So the fact that when we talk about potential, right? I think about human beings as a whole. I think that we are we're infinite beings. Not saying the physical body is an infinite being, but there's an infinite being that relies on the inside. You can call it spirit, you want to call it soul, but there's an infinite part about us, and potential is like that infinite piece of it. It's like, okay, how can a person fully like express who they are and reach their fullest potential, whatever that may be? Because most of the time, people don't fully reach their potential, right? We know that, right?
I would say very rarely.
Yeah, right. So we don't reach our potential, and sometimes we don't even know what that is. And so that's kind of how I came up with that phrase of like the human potentialist, of trying to help people realize first, you have to realize that you are amazing, intelligent, self-healing, self-maintaining, self-organizing human being that's infinite and just amazing, right? And I'm just trying to empower people in that way to be able to fully step into that place, because growing up, I wasn't that wasn't always my thought process. I didn't know how powerful I was. Actually, I played small a lot of the times just to kind of fit in. And I thought that's what I had to do. And so I played the game to like, hey, let me just fit in. Let me just do this. Let me wear this. Let me wear my hair like this. Like, let me just fit in.
Yeah.
But no, like we're here to shine. Right? Each and every person here to shine, and everyone shine differently, right? But you should shine the way that you shine, and that's what that's about.
How did you make the flip?
I think the flip happened with me when I think it's been several things. I would say the people I associate myself with, especially in undergrad, in college.
Okay.
In undergrad, I think is where things started to open up for me, because I'm from a small town where people legit, they don't leave this town. They stay in this town for the rest of their life. They die there. And
I know the towns. Yeah.
yeah. So you get it, right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't want that. Like that life was not appealing to me. And once I got into college, then I kind of was open. I just went next door to Louisiana, South Louisiana.
Yeah.
But like that was so much different than Mississippi, and a different culture. And I was like, wow, like there's something different. And I think that was what gave me the spark. And being around people that was successful, being around people that wanted more, that just pushed me to like, whoa, like I could, like there's no limit to this thing. Like I am the only limit. Like, I'm the limit that I put on myself, right? So if I release that, then let's go full throttle. Let's see what this thing can do.
That's great. It's an awesome message. I mean, sometimes you have to see examples of, other people of what possibilities are. I mean, like everyone has dreams and stuff, but like sometimes like, getting out of your element or your little comfort zone and seeing, somebody else do it or seeing another possibility is what kind of has that spark for some people.
Yeah, that's how, I mean, you look at humanity. Look at what is Bannister, right? The one that ran the 5-minute mile, right?
Yep.
It had never been done, right? People probably thought like, no way you can run a mile in 5 minutes. Like no way. Like you're rolling.
Yeah, flying.
Yeah, you're flying, right? And it happened, and then right immediately after that, other people started to do it and break it, like, and that's just how humanity works. When we see it for an example, it makes it real, it makes it tangible, and it's like, if he can do it, I can do it better.
Absolutely, totally agree. I was on your site, Kinetic coaching. Yeah. What is that?
So that goes into when we're talking about energy, right? So there's different types of energy. You have stored energy, and now you said like energy that's in motion, which means kinetic energy. And so that was just the title of the coaching program. It's a coaching program, like life coaching program. I actually started in chiropractic school, and so I wanted to again help people realize their potential, and so that we can fully step into that and start expressing themselves as who they were meant to be. And so it's like moving the needle and like moving the energy is the kinetic, like it's moving it, right? So that's kinetic coaching. So that's how I kind of came with that term there.
That's a good one. I like it. Are you helping people with like food and supplements and everything too?
In the office, so obviously we do chiropractic, but we're a natural health center too. So we do what we call metabolic blood tests. Okay. We check in metabolic system, so checking your blood sugar levels, how you're regulating your blood sugar levels, checking heart health, checking liver, checking kidneys, vitamin D levels, B12, B9, immune system. Like, so we're checking all the systems.
Sure.
Because if the systems aren't working like they should, then we can't be as healthy, right? So so we do that test, and then based off of their blood work, we recommend supplements. But I always tell my patients that, hey, this is a supplement. This isn't a replacement.
Yeah.
I think we get that twisted because even on this side of the fence, on this natural health side of the fence, we can get caught in the same cycle, just like on the allopathic model where it's talking about, okay, let me give you this medication and you got to take this for the rest of your life. And I think in supplements, when people are supplementing, they can get caught in that same thing, that same will. Like, it ends up just being the same thing, just with a different name on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the supplement, you can't supplement your way out of a bad diet or a
Yeah.
bad lifestyle, bad habits,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I let them know that like this supplement is like the best way I can describe it is if you sprain your ankle, then you're gonna get on crutches, you're gonna get off the ankle to allow it to to heal before you start to put more weight on it to strengthen it. And just go about their rehab process. And so I like to think about the crutch process is the supplement process. So we're going to use these supplements to get you into the place where now we can start. It's going to be your lifestyle, like your foods, what you drink. Then that's where you're going to be getting these nutrients from after that.
That's cool. Have you ever, you brought up sprained ankle. Have you ever on a sprained ankle moved it and started trying to strengthen it back immediately?
Well, I would say I probably have just because
Yeah.
I wanted to continue playing the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have.
I mean, most people probably
Most
won't do it because it's painful. It's not fun.
It's not.
It's not fun at all. But I've had high ankle sprains and like immediately, went to my chiropractor in Chicago and we started moving it and started strengthening it, and it sucks. But it goes back to your point of, the body knows how to heal itself, and
Yes.
moving your body and blood flow and all that stuff that's how the body does it. And, isolating things and icing things. Sometimes obviously sometimes it's needed, but sometimes it's, you're just slowing down the process.
During the process. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Build a confidence-boosting fall wardrobe with this season's collection of versatile, mix-and-match styles from Express. Express is all new and made to express you. Use hashtag ExpressYou to see all their confidence-boosting styles, unmatched comfort, and always the highest quality. And the Express soft sets are really a game changer. From their new silky suede scuba and luxe velour to the luxe sweaters and fleece sets. As that weather continues to change, you'll need to make sure you've got some nice jeans too. It doesn't get much better than Express and their 4-way hyper stretch jeans. It's total comfort with 4-way hyper stretch fabric, fresh fades, and their comfort stretch waist. And you're always ready to go with Express essentials like tees, polos, and graphic tees. Plus, everything is machine washable, so no dry cleaning, no sweat marks, just a perfect variety of both casual and dressy style. Shop the latest confidence-boosting styles in-store and online at express.com. Everything from just hanging out to a big night out, you can find it all at Express. Be on the lookout for great deals in stores and at express.com. Express confidence. You mentioned supplements and food. Where do you land on food? It's a broad subject. I get it. I threw you a bomb.
I know. I think I know what you're asking. I think you're so I feel like we have this spectrum, right? We have like total veganism.
Yep.
On one side of the fence, we have total carnivores eating testicles and eating right?
Steaks every day.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sure. Yep.
So I would say for me, I try to land somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
And I would say more so closer to like that carnivore side. But obviously consuming plants, consuming those aspects too. The big consensus here, what the common denominator is that with all of these different diets or whatever you want to call it, different lifestyles, the common denominator is whole foods.
Yeah.
I think you can't go wrong if you're eating more whole foods than processed foods. So I think that's where I try to let people know and like try to keep it that simple, because it gets so overwhelming, because it's like, oh, don't eat meat. Oh, you should eat meat, because the ancestors, they ate meat. They had to, like, they wouldn't be eating these plants because they wouldn't be able to get they wouldn't be able to get the energy out of it based off of like what they get from it, right? So
Sure.
I'd rather kill this big animal here because I know I can eat off of this for a long time. And it's going to provide a lot of energy for me, but that doesn't come with eating this berry right here.
Yeah.
So I'd rather spend the time and energy on killing this thing so I can get a big return on it.
Sure.
And so I kind of, again, I fall right in the middle of that just so, because I think it's just the whole foods. I think it's important to like experiment with yourself because everyone's different. Yeah. And everyone's going to respond differently to veganism, respond differently to vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever you want to call it, carnivore, like, and do these things for like 30, 60 days and see how your body responds.
Yeah.
If it responds very well, then you needed to continue doing that.
Yeah.
Right? Even like fasting, I think we should implement fasting into our lifestyle as well. Like whether it's doing a 24-hour, a 72-hour, 5-day, like you have to find out what works for you, because that's important too, to allow the body to just regenerate itself and be able to toxify things, because we never give it a chance to just fully be able to like get rid of things. And,
it's always processing food in the world we live in, and we live in a processed food world, so that's even more taxing on the body to be processing these processed foods 24/7, and giving your body a little bit of a break, and so that it can concentrate on other things that it needs to work on, is huge in my mind, and it's something I try to do weekly. But everything in society tells you 3 meals, snacks, every day, all week for the rest of your life, and it's the body's a pretty amazing thing. We can go a long time without food.
Yeah, we can. And that's, you talk about the 3 meals a day and snacks in between.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why type 2 diabetes is going rampant in society, is because insulin resistance.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We continue to, when we eat, then we're calling our insulin to come bring the sugar down.
Yep.
And the things we eat are spiking our sugar up so high.
Can't bring it down.
Can't bring it down, so we need more insulin. Like, all right, I need more insulin. Come on. And then, all right, I'm gonna eat this snack. I need more insulin. All right, it's time for lunch. I need more insulin.
Yep.
And then it just becomes resistant to that, right?
Yeah.
And then now we need more. We need external insulin because our body isn't producing enough insulin to bring the sugar down.
Absolutely.
And if we have too much insulin in the body, that creates more inflammation in the body. Like, it's this cycle thing that, like, it's just this. It's a cycle.
Yeah, it is. It's a vicious cycle, and it's a big wheel out there. But I'm glad that there's people out there like you in the world that are helping, bringing joy, doing it the right way. So thanks for what you do.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Where do people find you, Doctor?
So yes, I am on Instagram.
He's
Dr.
back.
Nichols. Yeah, I'm back 3.0. I will say I won't be giving a lot of my energy to Instagram, just due to the disabling, the deleting.
Sure.
It doesn't sit well with me still.
Yep.
So what I have done is I've created my private communities,
okay.
Where I pour into the people that want to learn from me, want to talk with me, connect with me. And so it's a mighty network community. So if you go on Instagram in my bio, that's where you can join and connect with me there on a more of a private level, where we can really connect and really learn together, because this is a together thing.
Absolutely.
And so in my mind, I'm thinking if I can impact my immediate circle, then hopefully they can be able to impact their immediate circle, and then like it just creates this domino effect.
I love it.
Yeah.
Anybody in Greenville? Where can they find you in Greenville?
In Greenville, I am in Greer, right outside of Greenville.
Okay, yeah.
Right now from the new Top Golf. If you're in Greenville, you know where it's at. And yes, I'm here as a chiropractor to be able to serve you and help you meet your health goals, and just support you along your journey. Because your body does the healing, I don't. I'm just here to be the guide along the journey. That's it. So if you want a guide along your journey, I'm here.
Awesome. If you're in the Greenville, Greer, anywhere, basically driving distance from them, go see them. thanks for taking the time. It was a pleasure. If I can help in any way in the future, feel free to reach out. I love what you're doing. You're doing it the right way, positive, and you're helping people. So that's what it's all about.
Awesome, brother. Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate your platform.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything you've done. Your contribution to humanity, because you're contributing. So I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, doctor.
All right, I see you, brother.
All right, bud. Okay, that's a wrap. Dr. Raymond, I enjoyed it. It was beneficial. It was knowledgeable. He taught me some things. I think he's more of he's a beacon of hope. If you see it that way, I don't know if everyone's going to see it that way. He's opinionated, which I understand and I get. And I know that's maybe rub people the wrong way. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know where you land, and wherever you land, I'm perfectly okay with that. I respect it, and it's fine with me. And I think he would say the same thing. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. If you're in the South Carolina area, look him up. I think he can help you. He wants to help people. That's his whole mission in life, basically, is just to help in some capacity. So I admire that. I think it's a good thing, regardless of where you land politically, where you stand on, whatever. Helping people is a good thing, and I think that's what we all should strive to do. So that's it. That's a wrap on this one. Again, Instagram, Twitter, hit us up. Let us know what we need to do, what we need to improve on, who you want on this podcast. It's a long year. That's kind of what we've been figuring out. Like, we're 6, 10 episodes deep, and we've got 35 more to go, or 40 more to go. So like we need some help on this. So let us know what you're looking for, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. Thanks for watching and listening.